Alright, I'm starting off a new series showing off the new spells in the player's handbook. First one is Arcane Vigor. Check it out. It is a sorcerer wizard spell, level 2, bonus action. You get to tap into your life force to heal yourself. Roll 1 or 2 of your unexpended hit point dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll's total plus your spellcasting ability modifier. And those dice are then expended. And the number of unexpended hit dice you can roll increases by 1 for each spell slot level above 2. So it increases with the level. That's great. I think this is a great option for sorcerers and wizards to be able to heal without having to take a short or a long rest, especially towards the end of a longer day or in the middle of the adventuring day when the cleric or another healing party isn't there or you're out of healing potions and whatnot. But what do you think? I'm really excited to look at this one. See you later. It is time for another new 2024 D&D spell. This time we're looking at Befuddlement, which is actually the old Feeble Mind. So this one is a level 8 enchantment. It's got verbal, somatic, and material components, and you blast the mind of a creature that you can see within range. The target makes an intelligence saving throw, and on a failed save, the target takes 10 d12 psychic damage and can't cast spells or take the magic action. At the end of every 30 days, the target repeats the save, ending the effects on a success. And the effect can also be ended by Greater Restoration, Heal, or a Wish spell. And on a successful save, the target takes half as much damage only. This is crazy sauce. This is nuts. Can't cast spells or take the magic action for 30 days at a time? Crazy. New magic spell number 3 is Elementalism, which the Wave the Elements monk gets as a subclass feature. Let's take a look. As you can see, it's a cantrip, it's an action, and within 30 feet you can do these different air, earth, fire, water things in a 5-foot cube, or you can take an element and sculpt it into a crude shape of an object or a creature. I think this is super fun and flavorful and really great for that elements monk. Also include a druid, sorcerer, any of these classes would be really cool to have this spell. I think it's a great another thaumaturgy and prestidigitation, but I want to know what you think. Third new spell in the 2024 player's handbook is called Fount of Moonlight. Let's take a look, shall we? Alright, so it's a level 4 evocation spell for bards and druids, just an action, but it does last up to 10 minutes. A cool light wreathes your body for the duration, emitting bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. Until the spell ends, you have resistance to radiant damage, and your melee attacks deal an extra 2d6 radiant damage. In addition, immediately after you take damage from a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself, you can take a reaction to force the creature to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is blinded until the end of your next turn. So, what do you think? Do you think this is worth it? 2d6 on extra melee attacks? That's not too bad, but can't wait to hear what you think. New D&D 2024 spell part 4 is Jallarzi's Storm of Radiance, and you see there's a great artwork here of this spell being used. This is really awesome. But the spell is 5th level Warlock and Wizard spell, 120 feet concentration also, but it creates a raging storm of thunder in a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, and then creatures are blinded and deafened and can't cast spells with the verbal component, and they take 2d10 radiant damage and 2d10 thunder damage, or when you enter the turn or enter it for the first time or end your turn there. Makes the save only once per turn, and it can go up in damage. That's pretty good. But this artwork, I really like the artwork for all the new spells and stuff. What do you think? All right, today's new D&D spell is Power Word Fortify. Over here, it's a level 7 spell. Whoa, bard or cleric. 1 action, you fortify up to 6 creatures you can see within range. The spell bestows 120 temporary hit points, which you divide among the spell's recipients. So that's 20 temporary HP for 6 creatures for however however long they have it. There's not even a stat concentration or anything. Holy cow, that's really good. I'm kind of feeling this. What do you all think? This new D&D spell we're gonna take a look at is called Shining Smite. Let's go. It's a level 2 transmutation paladin spell. As a bonus action, after hitting a creature with a melee weapon or an unarmed strike, I like that it's an unarmed strike already, and it's concentration, so it lasts a while. The target takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage, and they shed bright light in a 5-foot radius, and attack rolls against it have advantage, and it can't benefit from the invisible condition. This is awesome, and it does more damage at higher spell levels, so that's pretty cool too. But I really like that this is similar to Guiding Bolt. I really like that spell too. So, hey, Paladin mains, what do you think? All right, today's new D&D spell is Sorcerous Burst. Let's take a look. So obviously it's a sorcerer cantrip, 120-foot range. You cast Sorcerous Energy, make a ranged attack roll. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 damage, and you get to choose, so this is nice. It can get around different resistances, but then here's the best part. If you roll an 8 on a d8, you can roll another d8 and add it to the damage, and the maximum number of these d8s you can add equals your spellcasting ability modifier. That's amazing. Even if you're at a higher level, you still can add 3, 4, 5 more d8s to this if you roll 8s on any of those, and that is so cool. I love the idea of an exploding dice mechanic for sorcerers. That is just so freaking cool. And also, look at this awesome artwork for Speak with Animals. It's so great. Oh, love it. This new D&D spell is called Starry Wisp. Let's take a look. You launch a mode of light at one creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 radiant damage, and until the end of your next turn, emits dim light in a 10-foot radius and can't benefit from the invisible condition. I really like this. The damage increases as you level up too, but it's a nice like Guiding Bolt cantrip version, or like even a Fairy Fire cantrip version. I think this like little pattern of kind of having the Bard, Druid, and Paladin have these other ways to do Fairy Fire, Gold Guiding Bolt style things is pretty cool and interesting mechanic development for this new version of D&D. D&D spell is called Tasha's Bubbling Cauldron. And look at this amazing artwork, holy cow! And it is a level 6 Warlock and Wizard spell that lasts for 10 minutes. It conjures a claw-footed cauldron filled with a bubbling liquid, and it duplicates a common or uncommon potion of your choice, and as a bonus action, you or an ally can reach in and withdraw one potion of that kind. The cauldron can produce a number of these potions equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. So that's like up to 5 when you cast this. I mean, you do this once per day. That's pretty amazing, like for a common or uncommon potion, because that means that's like, it would be potions like these that are available. But what do you think? I think this is a really cool spell, especially for a 6th level. Once you get up there, that sounds about right, that you can create 4 or 5 potions pretty quickly, but can't wait to hear your thoughts. Okay, so the last D&D spell for the new 2024 Player's Handbook is called Yolande's Regal Presence, and let's take a look. It is a level 5 Bard and Wizard spell, concentration, but only a minute. You surround yourself with a 10-foot emanation. Whenever enters the space of a creature you can see, or ends its turn there, you can force that creature to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 4d6 psychic damage, has the prone condition, and you can push it up to 10 feet away. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage only. Makes the save only once per turn. I really like the image of a creature like entering this like sphere of influence of this magic and just being pushed away like psychically by this magic sphere emanating from this person. I think it's amazing, and it knocks them prone. It's just love the flavor for this one. But what do you think?